My name is Justin. I'm a jazz pianist, and I'm living in New York City. Living in New York City as a blind person is crazy. It's wonderful. There's so much going on in the city. There's so much to experience. It's crowded. New York is very crowded, very busy. I mean, you name it. People crowding the sidewalks, traffic, cabs, the subway. You know, it's noisy, but I like it. Yeah. Moving into the city is what prompted me to go to the Seeing Eye to get the guide dog. I was using the cane, and it was just it was too much for me at the time. You know, moving into the city and trying to adjust to all these things. It's fantastic living with Candy. She helps make the city just a little less intimidating. It's nice to walk around with you know, a partner. You know, that's who she is, and she helps me navigate around crowds, navigate around obstacles that might not have been there yesterday. You know, there's construction going on in the city all the time, and it's really nice not to have to worry about that. It's pretty life-changing, you know, going from walking around with a cane to having this living, breathing partner that's there helping me, and you know, we care for each other. It's a great thing. I'm so happy that I made the decision to go to Seeing Eye.
The Seeing Eye was founded by two innovative Americans, Dorothy Harrison Eustace and Morris Frank. In the 1920s, Mrs. Eustace was living in Switzerland, breeding and training German Shepherds for police work. It was during this time that she saw something astonishing in Germany. Dogs were being trained to become new eyes for veterans who had lost their sight in the First World War. Mrs. Eustace was so impressed by the skill of these dogs and by the confidence of their blind owners that she wrote an article about her experience. It was published in the Saturday Evening Post under the title, The Seeing Eye. Millions read the article, but the story could have ended right there if not for Morris Frank, a college student and insurance salesman from Nashville, Tennessee. Blind since the age of 16, Frank wrote to Mrs. Eustace explaining that he would do anything for one of these dogs. She invited him to her home in Switzerland, where he became the first blind American to regain his independence through the help of a dog guide. His success led to a bold idea, an American school that would teach blind people how to achieve the same degree of independence as those with normal sight. The resulting partnership proved to be unstoppable. Mrs. Eustace provided the funding and training, while Mr. Frank handled recruiting and public relations. Within 1 year, they had created a dog guide school they called the Seeing Eye.
Seeing Eye is a registered trademark of our school, and it's not a generic name. It's a name that we protect and are very proud of, and we indeed are the only school that are entitled to call our dogs Seeing Eye dogs.
Over the years, the Seeing Eye has crafted its breeding and training program into an exact science.
At the Seeing Eye, we select dogs for breeding, and then they enter our breeding colony. And so truly, before dogs are even born, we have information on them.
This lets the school control each dog's genetic makeup and helps assure the optimum combination of health, intelligence, temperament, and longevity. It's for the same reason that the Seeing Eye works mainly with German Shepherds, Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and Labrador Golden Crosses. Experience has shown that they offer the most desirable characteristics for dog guides.
I lost my sight when I was about 5 to a disease called Stevens-Johnson syndrome.
Resistance is set at 15.
I'd bring that up, bring it up to 20. I got certified to be a personal trainer, and I do a few personal training sessions a week. It varies week by week, month by month. In addition to that, I also act as sort of supervisor and manager here for whatever shifts throughout the week everyone's schedules permit. I'm an attorney as well. I work from my home office, on evenings and weekends occasionally. And I go into Newark for 1 or 2 afternoons a week where I'm a mediator for consumer affairs there. A guide dog, to put it simply, enables you to travel safely, efficiently, quickly, comfortable in the knowledge that you can get downtown. Garcia is a magnificent animal. He's wonderful. Where he really comes in is for helping me find and identify those things that might have changed since the last time we were there. Construction, police tape, orange cones, a hole, a downed branch. Intersections he's key because the stretch I walk from here to the train station is about 1.5 miles, and it's got some pretty wild intersections, which he's wonderful at. The bond is most evident or is most tangible when he is working. When he's off duty, he's a kind of a goofy guy. I mean, he's a dog. He likes to do dog things. But when he is actually working, and you can tell how intent he is on the traffic, and how he's watching the intersection, and how he navigates the sidewalk, and how occasionally he looks back up to see, I guess, if I'm okay. I mean, it's very. It's really amazing. The Seeing Eye is a wonderful professional organization that has changed my life and the lives of countless other people. For me, it was absolutely the right move, and it's been a wonderful thing.
A Seeing Eye dog begins its preparation for life as a guide when it's about 8 weeks old. Each dog is placed in the home of a volunteer puppy raiser who teaches basic obedience and provides lots of love.
Well, as a puppy raiser, you never know what's going to happen every day.
We have to ensure that they know a lot of the basic commands and how to behave as a good dog.
We have to just make sure that they're really good citizens when they're out in public. So we'll take them out to a store, make sure that they're focused and paying attention to us, and basically hoping that they're not even going to be noticed when we're in a place, just like they would be when they're guides as future dogs.
Puppy raisers are awesome. They're absolutely outstanding. Puppies are placed in their home, and they stay there till about 14 to 18 months. And during that time, the families give them love and affection. They teach them to trust, and the dogs then trust them back.
Helping people that are blind, it really makes me proud that I'm doing something that's so great that's going to help out a lot of people.
As a mom, I would highly recommend the puppy raising program. It's incredible.
They return to the Seeing Eye to begin 4 months of training with a sighted instructor. Each dog learns to stop at places like curbs, intersections, and stairs. This is necessary to assure safe travel.
We're seeing what the dog needs to work on. We're evaluating the dog's skills. We're seeing if the dog perhaps needs to be dropped at this point, but most importantly, it's just to see how they're doing with the rest of the dogs. We're seeing if they're stopping for curbs, if they're moving around objects. We're giving them slight traffic checks. Ideally, each trip or route will include some sort of destination, whether it's a pharmacy or the movie theater or a walk through the park. And any one of these situations, a lot to learn from.
The training techniques used by instructors today are largely unchanged from those used by the Seeing Eye's founders, although adjustments are constantly made in response to increasingly complex traffic and intersections. The basic elements remain the same: reward and repetition. When a dog performs correctly, the instructor immediately rewards it with petting and praise. Dogs are taught to recognize things that can create a barrier for a blind traveling partner, even when they create no barrier for the dog. When a dog is guiding, it is responsible for the safety of a team that is twice as wide and up to 3 times taller than the animal by itself. This is why Seeing Eye dogs are taught to walk around low-hanging branches and to give a wide clearance around obstacles on sidewalks. If they both can't fit, the dog finds another way. Throughout the 4 months of training, instructors continue to build on what the dogs have learned and begin to address the most important skill of all: intelligent disobedience.
Intelligent disobedience is when we ask the dog to refuse a command because it puts either their safety or their person's safety in jeopardy. A typical example would be you're standing on a subway platform. The person gets disoriented for whatever reason. They're facing the drop-off. They ask the dog to go forward. The dog refuses, or the dog turns them left or right away from the drop-off.
At any street crossing, it's the blind person's job to listen to the traffic and then tell the dog forward when the crossing is clear. A single car turning in front of the person might be too quiet to hear, but the dog will see it. In this case, the dog will consciously disobey the forward command, relying on its own judgment to protect the person from danger. This is the most important skill for seeing eye dogs to learn, and the most valuable for students. Students come to the Seeing Eye from all over the United States and Canada, and those getting their first dogs spend 4 weeks living at the Morristown campus.
When a student comes in on the first day of class, awaiting that dog, there's so many emotions that go on, the nerves, the excitability, any emotions that they're feeling that first day.
The Seeing Eye is great at a lot of things, but one thing that I realized that they're really, really great at is the matching process. I think they do a phenomenal job of matching the dog with the person. I couldn't have picked a better match for me with Candy, personality-wise, the way she's able to adapt to my lifestyle, no matter where we are.
During their 4 weeks of training, Seeing Eye students learn to handle different kinds of street crossings.
The first time I put my hand in a harness, it was terrifying and exciting at the same time. When you put that harness in your arms, you have to let go and trust that this dog's gonna be able to walk you through a street and not get hurt. And you have to really pay attention with your hearing and listen to what's going on around you and where the traffic's coming from. And then to tell your dog to go forward and listen to them as they guide you across that street, and know that if the car does come, that they're gonna stop, which she has stopped. I'd say during the 3 or 4 weeks that you're here, by the time you leave, a bond has started to grow. It doesn't instantly come, the respect doesn't instantly come, it takes time. And by the time you go home and you work over the next few months, the respect and the love and understanding of each other really starts to grow.
A Seeing Eye dog and its partner navigate as a team.
Left. Good girl.
The person provides the direction. Using 3 basic commands, forward, left, and right, the person tells the dog the desired route of travel. The dog provides the eyes and a lot of careful judgment. It examines the environment to be sure the desired route is safe, and then guides the person accordingly. The dog will always stop whenever any potential hazard crosses its path, or when the person needs to perform any new action, like opening a door, taking a step up or down, or making a turn. Many Seeing Eye students hold full-time jobs, so training to prepare for a typical workday is essential. Dog guides are permitted inside any building or form of transportation open to the public. This includes all restaurants, hotels, and stores, as well as trains, planes, and taxicabs. Denying access to a blind person with a dog guide is a violation of state, provincial, and federal laws. Training with a Seeing Eye dog is hard work, and when students aren't out with their dogs, the Seeing Eye tries to make their stay as comfortable as possible.
The staff at the Seeing Eye is really amazing. They're friendly, they're welcoming, just great at training. They obviously know what they're doing.
The dormitory-style accommodations offer private rooms, a fitness center, and wireless internet access. Outside, a half-mile walking path winds around the campus, offering students a quiet, traffic-free place to stroll with their dogs.
It's just amazing over the 24 or 26 days to see the transformation of their energy level from day one, their nervousness, to confidence at the end of the class. And we know as an organization that everybody that works here is responsible for sending that person out of here as a confident, independent traveler.
When students have completed their training, they are ready to return home with their dogs and begin enjoying a new level of independence. But it's at this time that they also face a significant problem with owning a dog guide. Interference. Remember, when a dog guide is in harness, it's working and should not be distracted from its job.
You always want to keep good public relations in mind and to be friendly and to very kindly turn away their well-meaning approach. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm sorry, he's working right now. It wouldn't be a good idea. That's usually what I say. Or I can't allow him to socialize at this time. I always try to make it more about he and I rather than the person coming over, because I don't want to put them on the spot.
Public interference can be extremely dangerous because anytime the dog is engaged with another person, they're not watching what they're doing. It can't be emphasized enough that the public should leave well enough alone. We know everybody's kind-hearted and love dogs, but they should leave them alone while they're guiding.
Good boy, Kobe, right? That's a boy.
I have the unique privilege of being the first graduate of the Seeing Eye to serve in the role of president for the organization. And I think that's a tremendous statement both on the way Seeing Eye believes philosophically in the capabilities and abilities of people who are blind. My dogs have been with me in all key events of my life: marriage, birth of my children, multiple graduations as I went through college and graduate school, various jobs, and certainly vacations, business trips, and the like. So every key moment in my life has been shared with one of my Seeing Eye dogs. And indeed, I think those dogs have facilitated my success in all aspects of life. And we're a team. Team is a word we use here at the Seeing Eye a lot. We operate as a team. Both of our minds are engaged as we travel the environment. We're both concentrating, we're both thinking about what's out there. Of the two of us, only my dog has eyes that work, but we both have minds that work, and we process the environment together and problem solve together.
The Seeing Eye is a philanthropy funded by gifts from individuals, foundations, and corporations, receiving no government funding. Student fees cover only a fraction of the actual cost. Donations support the cost of each dog and its training, room, board, and instruction of students for 20 to 27 days, round-trip transportation from anywhere in the United States or Canada, and support services throughout the life of the partnership.
Seeing Eye is a very special place.
It's awesome.
An amazing place.
Place where magic happens.
The Seeing Eye is the best place to come for a guide dog.
It's a place where they give you back your self-esteem and confidence.
Just a wonderful, embracing community that you join when you sign up to get a dog.
Blind people are people first. They're people just like everyone else. They have dreams, they have plans. And when paired with a Seeing Eye dog, we find that they're more able, they're more independent, they're more self-confident, and more able to pursue those dreams.
Your Seeing Eye dog, when you leave here, is a part of you. And they give you that gift that is so wonderful.